So I'm gonna use path. Let's say I want to mount a file called etc passwd. This is a file in any Linux based OS where all user names are stored. Okay, and it will create volume in the on the scheduled minion. I have to mention the type also. Type means either this path is a file or directory. So as of now it's a file with F capital. So above path is file. Okay, if it was only directory like this, it was only directory, so passwd. Okay, you can create another volume as well. So what I'm going to do is 1 2 3 4 4 lines I'm going to copy. If you want to create more than one volume, definitely you have to give another name. Let's say I want to just USR share applications. I think it's this name, USR share applications. Yes, so I want to create another volume, and this is definitely a directory type. Okay, now it's optional, right? If you want to create more than one volume, this, and let's say you want to create another volume, let's say vol33, and this time you want to use like var run docker.sock. So here the type will be socket. Okay, I'm not making it complex. Make sure you're not getting confused or something. I'm really not making it complex. I'm just showing you you can create more than one volume in the volume section, and you can mount any one or all the volumes in a container. Okay, so USR share applications volume 1, volume 2. I'm just giving a space so that it will not be any much confusing in C. So under volumes, vol 1, vol 2, vol 3 got created, and then we are mounting it same way. Let's say I'm just volume mounts. So this section will be always common, only this will be changing. Again, we have to give the name of volume which I want to mount. Let's say I want to mount the first volume. Okay, this is a file, so vol11. Okay, now the mount path is definitely I want to mount like a document root of this by the name of this. Make sure if you are using file to create a volume, you have to mount in a file. Okay, mounting in a file. If you are creating a directory as a volume, then in this case you don't have to write this file name, you just have to write only this information. So file must be mounted in a file, directory in directory, socket in socket. So that means if you have created directory, you have to mount in a directory, file then in a file, socket then in a socket. Okay, so if you see this file without the knowledge of Kubernetes, you think what the hell is going on here. Okay, I mean, just show this file to some of your friends who don't know anything about Kubernetes. He will think, oh no, I'm not going to learn that technology. But if you're understanding it, right, then it's really quite simple and complex. I mean, simple and easy. Yes, host path is persistent. That means if you delete this pod, this data is persistent, because whatever you'll be changing, it will be going there. So you don't have to worry about. Okay, so this is persistent. Right? So okay or yes or thumbs up or this method for chat window. I mean, I really want to understand your inputs also if you have something. Otherwise, just say yes in the chat window that yeah, you are very much comfortable. Okay. Fine. I can see 2 messages. Alright. Few more. Okay. For kind information, I can tell you whatever we are learning, this thing, this is all your exams. So replication controller, replica set, Docker file, and volumes of this, everything is in the examination. So I think you have to practice for 4 to 5 hours today, and tomorrow 3 hours as well. That is 8 hours to and if you're not able to crack this, don't worry, you won't be able to generally attempt all the questions, because all the maximum pods are dependent on the Docker file. Okay, go green. So let's apply or create. Hopefully, yes, it got created. This volume is running. Okay, and if I'll just expose it, this pod, and the type is load balancer or not port. So vector get PO, get SVC. Which one is load balancer for this? Okay, 30683, 30683. So 30683, 683. Yes. So now that file got mounted as an index.html, and we are getting the output of that data. Okay. So this is the file of host path volume. Fine. You can delete these one because these are just unnecessarily got created. Alright. So final say cool message if you all are okay. For all okay or good, and then I'll just make you understand that task that I'll create there in the PDF, and then we'll wrap it up. So I'm gonna reply there in the chat window. Yes, it's all right, all okay, all cool. Cool hai. Okay, that is wonderful. Fine. So today's session was very important in terms of deploying your real world application in the container or in terms of pod. Alright, now about this assignment. So I'm just giving you the brief about it, okay, so that in your free time it's not mandatory to do this assignment before the exam. So let's say we have exam tomorrow, right? So today is Tuesday. Let me open my calendar. So today is Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday. You have to submit this assignment max by Friday, not after that. So you have tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow to day after tomorrow. So max by 22. You can submit today also, tomorrow also, day after tomorrow also. But by 22, you have to submit this assignment. And how you have to submit? You have to submit in two places. First, by commenting in this video. The last video that we had about the services and this. Okay, this one. Day 26. So here you have to submit. Okay. And by uploading solution on GitHub, you have to comment the GitHub link in this one. And I'll make a post tonight on my LinkedIn. So I'll make a post tonight on my LinkedIn. So the same GitHub URL you have to comment here by writing some comment. Okay. So that I'll make it public. Don't worry. Or what you can do, if the comment is disabled, what you can do is you can comment in the first Kubernetes video. This one. If the comment is disabled, fine, you can comment here. Okay, this is public and this will be always public. So you can comment in day 22. That was the first Kubernetes session. Alright, fine. Anyway, so pod can access. So you got all the solution, right? Now let's talk about this assignment. So see, you have to create a 10 pods by the name of doc 1 to doc 10, and in the entry point of pod you have to write this ping edited. I think this is very easy. You just have to create 10 pods. How you are creating 10? By writing file or by command, then it doesn't matter. So it is very much easy. Okay. Now the second dynamic web application. This question or the next question is very much dependent on the question number 1. So what you have to do is create a pod with the name of this, use Nginx Docker image, 80 port, node port service you have to create, web page, access the web page and take the screenshot of it. Okay, that's fine. Now what is the web page? So once you create this, you have to access this page, web page, and take a screenshot of it and save in your system. Now after that you have to access the page. You have to write a shell, Python or Go code in current running Nginx pod. The script that you write, it must connect to KubeAPI server. That means, in short, the pod is running and you are accessing the page. Now you have to go to that pod by child process like kubectl exec and write code in Shell, Python or Go in the current pod. Then you have to write some command or script that can connect to KubeAPI version server and will list the running pod. So we have how many pods? 10 pod here and 1 itself. So 11 pod you will get it. So from the pod itself, now you have to run the command from the pod. Let's say you are in pod, get pods, and you will get the list of pod. Then you have to store the output of above command under this. So let's say you get the list, you have to store this under USR share nginx html index.html. Once you do that, refresh the page again. See, now reload the page again, take screenshot, the page will be different, take screenshot, and you need to upload your YML, all YML that you used in task 1 and task 2, and the screenshot as well in your GitHub account, and the repo name must be KS love 2020 repo. Comment this in a GitHub YouTube video of the day 1 and in my LinkedIn account, so I'll make a post about it. Okay, so is this assignment is very much understood? The first one, I mean dynamic web app, just respond here in the chat window. Yeah, Harsh, it will be. So you have to, think how you can do that. By default, it's not connectable, definitely. Okay. So, okay, it is understood. Now, the second assignment is the same. See, till here, you have to connect to KubeAPI server and you have to get the list. But here is a change. See, very much similar to the first one, but whatever output you are getting like this output you have to send in your email address here. So you have to write some code in the pod that is running, the 11th pod that is running here. You are free to use any of the pod name or any of the Docker image. So let's say here we are using nginx, you can use anything here. So whatever you use, then even the Python image. So you have to write a code that will get a list of all this and will send all the information output. It will not store in a file, it will send to my email address. Okay, and where the subject name will be your name, K8S love 2020, so that I can check my email address. Yes, Rhythm, you have to send only once. You don't have to send it like every time. So you just have to send only once, one time. Okay. Fine. So this is assignment PDF. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this PDF in my current repo here. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to also git add dot git commit k8s task replication controller replica set volume started. I'm pushing it to my GitHub account. Fine. So if you just type my username and go to this repo, so yes, so here we have volumes, RS, RC, Pod Advanced, and these many things. Fine. And the PDF also. Where is the PDF? This is GetS session PDF. Okay, so it's entirely open. So time to say bye. So I hope you really enjoy the session, because today the session was very important. And thank you so much. Have fun. Bye bye, guys.